Who did you want me to meet?
Hunter of the Abbey, may I formally introduce you to the Hell Ride.
Is this different than the one you have at shop class?
No. But this time it's just the three of us. I always like to show her to all my friends and just realized that we've been so busy beating back your mom's forces, I haven't had a chance to give you an up-close look at her. Gorgeous, right? Even without the extra hell sauce, she's a beast.
She is magnificent, Robbie. I would very much like to take her for a ride one day.
Oh, man, that's a big no-no from Caretaker. You see, the Hell Ride isn't just a demon on the highway, it's literally a demon. I've tried to convince Caretaker that I've got it under control. But I mean, you see the way everyone treats me. Sometimes I feel more like invisible by day, rattling chains by night. Know what I mean?
You are not a ghost to me, Robbie.
Maybe not. But I have a feeling the two of us are gonna haunt the armies of Lilith anyway.
I should have known you'd wind up here eventually. You were somehow always here as a child.
If only I had known him. And still you masked even this from me. My own father's grave?
It wasn't you I was hiding it from. I've been making a lot of apologies to you lately. Now, they probably don't mean that much. But I am sorry, Hunter. Lilith's relationship with your father went against our ways, our purpose, or so I believed at the time. It was the Elder Gods themselves who first breathed life into us. Human notions like falling in love couldn't possibly be part of their plan.
And then you met Agatha.
If only I'd realized it sooner. I might have been a little kinder towards him, especially at the end.
What happened?
A great sickness came upon this area just before you were born. Your father was one of the first to fall.
With all your power, the two of you, you could not save him?
Lilith was a gifted healer, but this was no ordinary plague. The corruption went beyond his physical body. In the end, there was nothing we could do.
You were not affected by the plague?
We were all affected, whether we were among the sick or not. I'm sure there was a time when your mother and I both would have just as soon join the dead than continue to watch the villagers suffer.
I cannot imagine you ever reaching that point.
Lilith may have been the most skilled herbalist in the New World. I saw her perform near miracles with the potions she concocted from the plants in her garden. She was consumed by the idea of finding a cure.
But she never found one.
No, despite her efforts, nothing ever worked.
I can see how that would be a dark time for both of you.
With darker times still to come.
Thank you, Sarah. Your timing may need work, but I appreciate the honesty.
Anything for you, Hunter. Anything.
Emo kids are meeting tonight. You in?
And now, wake your mind from slumber.
I burst into the clearing, expecting an army. Instead, I find her. She sits at the center of a muddy circle. For a moment, I wonder if she sleeps.
Tell us, Hunter. Tell us who you see.
I see the mother of demons, herald of the manifold dream. She who tends what dwells beneath. I see Lilith. I see my...
What's happening here?
What, you got a spidey sense, too?
I was taking a walk. I heard the chanting.
Crap, I messed up the binding formula.
As I most definitely told you, lemon-scented is no replacement for actual lemon.
What exactly is going on?
The hunter's resurrection, though miraculous, was incomplete. We're attempting to restore a rather crucial set of memories.
How Hunter killed Lilith the first time.
You're not mad, are you?
I'm not mad. But next time you do this, I'd like to observe.
Of course. Next time.
We should have invited her.
Quiet, you.
Hey, Charlie Warley Puppy Face.
I know I've asked a lot of you recently, dear, especially when it comes to these little excursions. But there is one more thing you could do to make an old witch happy.
If it were not so good to see you again, I might think you were taking advantage of me.
Hunter, you certainly are the product of your environment. Between Sarah and I suppose we're just lucky you didn't turn out more cynical. Besides, this might be interesting. Now that the altar is in working order, we just need to reignite my cauldron.
How interesting can that be? Your cauldron was always churning with some concoction in the old days.
Yes. And how do you think that was possible? It's not just any flame we're talking about here. Maybe you've heard tale of the demon fueling the forge? A fire-breathing demon, no less, blazing as hot as the flames of hell itself. Fortunately, I'll only require a single ember.
I can see where this is going. How do I find it?
I've enchanted this vessel to protect you from the ember's heat. You should be able to get close enough to retrieve it through one of the old mine tunnels beneath the forge.
I have seen the tunnels. They were here before the Abbey.
I'm not surprised. You always have been curious. The tunnel may lead close enough to the heart of the forge to retrieve an ember.
This must be an ember from the forge. I have the ember. The bottle is not even warm.
If it were giving off any heat at all, I'd be concerned, given the enchantment on that vessel. Now, let's see if this old girl still works.
So I can use the cauldron to brew... things?
Essentially, yes. Collect reagents on the Abbey grounds. You'd be surprised what we can make use of.
And I just drop the ingredients in. Is that not dangerous?
That's part of the fun, isn't it? And I see you've already found a recipe book. I doubt you'll have any trouble following along.
Magic, do you consider yourself Russian?
You answer first. What country can you say you belong to?
I have never paid much attention to borders and flags.
I am the same way. Living in Hell's antechamber alters your perspective on the folly of nations.
What would you do if a country took issue with you?
Move my candy stockpile to limbo. Then wait until it all blew over. Hunter, you have excellent taste.
So, like, Hunter, don't let this go to your head, but I think you're okay.
You do?
Yeah, I mean, I see you trying to make me feel included, and I thought I should take a moment to thank you for not leaving me out. Caretaker makes me feel like a child sometimes, but you don't, so, like, thanks.
Caretaker has also treated me like a child at times, too. Always telling me what to do, when to go to bed, what to eat, what demons to kill.
Yeah, that lady needs a life and a therapist to work out her trust and control issues with. I mean, you seem to trust me. Not sure why she doesn't. Anywho. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I see you making an effort to not make me feel like a complete reject, and I appreciate that. I need all the allies I can get on this apocalyptic reality show because I do not want to get voted out of this abbey or off this world.
Reality show? Vote?
Just try and not get eliminated, Hunter.
You heading to shop class?
I might. Swing on by.
So is that a yes, or...
Yeah, I'll be there.
Wait, what's Tony doing here?
It's interesting how you solved the heat problem.
Is that a good interesting or a bad interesting?
Neither. It's just not what I would have done.
Right.
Hey, boss. Fancy meeting you here. I didn't picture you for the technical type. Wait, no, I'm seeing it. You're someone who's always appreciated horsepower.
What brings you here, Tony?
I couldn't sleep. Saw Parker slip off with a backpack full of gadgets. I was tired and bored, so I followed him here. You know, the only time I've seen the Hellride is when it's on fire. You think Robbie will let me poke around under the hood?
Shop class is open to you.
Well, that's nice, boss, but I don't plan to stay if I'm not welcome. Look, this isn't my thing, and I don't want to make it my thing. I'll stick around as long as Robbie and Parker are cool with it.
All right. We should ask them.
The two of you heard me, right?
Yeah, sure did.
So, what do you think? I'll be completely invisible.
Like Sue Storm?
Like a slightly taller Sue Storm.
Yeah, we're happy to have you. I mean, as long as the shop doesn't become a Stark subsidiary, I'm good.
Scout's honor.
Then welcome to shop class, Tony.
All right.
Blade, can we speak in private?
Is it about the chore wheel? Because I'm not swapping.
No, it is not about that.
Good. Everyone knows how I feel about dish duty.
Nico needs help prepping for a magic surprise party.
No. Hell no.
I thought you were close with magic.
I am. That's why I won't do it. I told Nico, and I'll tell you. Magic skims the last chapter of a mystery before starting the book. The woman does not like surprises.
Sounds like she would want to know about the party.
Might not go over well with Nico, but Magic would appreciate it.
Is there anyone else who could help prep for the party?
Outside the Midnight Suns, that Parker kid has way too much energy. May as well put it to good use.
Thanks, Blade.
For what? Kid's annoying. You'd be doing me a favor by keeping him off my back. Do half vampires need sunblock? Can your fangs drain a cream-filled cake? If we bite each other, would we have the same powers? It never ends.
Do you have time to speak in private?
Are you firing me? Am I getting fired?
No. Why would you ask that?
I don't know, I panicked. Sure, let's talk.
Nico needs help prepping for magic surprise party.
Really? She asked for me?
She asked for Blade, but he is busy.
Oh. So Blade thinks I can fill his vamp-kicking boots?
He said if you are busy, you will stop bothering him.
Daredevil said the same thing when we first met, but he came around. We're buds now. We hang. I do most of the talking, but...
So is that a yes?
Sure. I'm the new guy, I get it. How can I pitch in?
She needs help decorating the party room.
I can tape balloons to the ceiling while standing on it. I am so in!
We need to talk.
Yes?
We should speak in private.
Just what I need. Intrigue. Lead the way.
Nico is planning to throw you a surprise birthday party.
And why do you tell me this?
I heard you hate surprises. I figured you would want to know.
Thank you for revealing this to me. Did she say how many people?
Just the Midnight Suns. Also Spider-Man.
Small crowd.
What now?
What else? I survived the party.
Feeling good today, girl?
I still can't believe Tony Stark is here. In the Abbey with us. Crazy, isn't it?
That is one way to describe him.
I mean, the guy's the richest, smartest dude on the entire planet. At least according to his website. I don't know. You think maybe he'd be able to do me a favor? After we save the world, I mean.
If Stark has something you need, go to him now. He is here to help us in our battle against Lilith.
Okay, pump the brakes a bit, Hunter. It's not for me, it's for my little brother Gabe.
He will be joining us in the fight.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. Gabe's one of the coolest, strongest people I know. It's just, he's 11.
Then how would Stark help him?
Well, Gabe was born paralyzed from the waist down. It hasn't really slowed him down, but the only wheelchair I can afford right now is not exactly the deluxe model. Was hoping Tony could maybe help build Gabe some upgrades when this is over. Repulsor beam's optional.
Stark is loud and foolish, but he has a good heart. Talk to him. If he can help your brother, I'm sure he will.
Yeah, we'll see.
You have that I want to ask you something, but I'm not sure I should look on your face. Go on, ask.
What does it feel like to fly?
That's not it. You really wanted to ask if Captain Marvel can take you flying sometime.
I am more interested in the practical matters of flying.
Like what?
If you are flying face first, do you have to worry about catching bugs in your teeth?
Oh, not me. I have a built-in bug zapper.
How about birds?
The answer to that is mildly traumatizing, and I'd rather not relive it.
I assume through some sort of elaborate computer-aided precision manufacturing process.
Well, that's how it is now, sure, but the very first one I hammered out with my own 2 hands.
Oh, that seems improbable.
You're a wizard.
Remind me not to ask you about anything ever.
What is the strangest spell you ever cast?
On purpose? Oh, at my cousin Ray's bachelorette party, I may have brought her favorite cartoon to life.
Go on.
She used to obsess about this old kids show with talking sea creatures, and I thought, what better time to use the Staff of One? She'll never forget this night.
What happened?
She'll never forget how her favorite cartoon characters showed up as exotic dancers. Nor will she ever forgive me.
Which one was the worst of them?
The octopus. He was Ray's favorite from the show, but he clearly did not want to be there. He was so mean to her that Ray's best friend nearly started a fight.
Oh no.
It was fine. The rest of us kept Ray company until the spell wore off. Gotta stick up for the bride, you know?
I should have guessed.
Guessed what?
That you wanted to show me another movie.
Not just another movie, my favorite movie. It's something I make all my friends watch with me.
So this movie is like a rite of passage you put people through?
Basically. Some of my friends might even say it's a form of torture.
The man on the screen certainly looks tortured. Why is she wearing that hideous red dress?
You're tearing me apart, Hunter. Pay attention.
It is a bit difficult. This movie is rather terrible.
It's called Camp, Hunter. It's supposed to be a little bad, but in a good way. Besides, it's a cult classic. Kinda like you.
I will try and take that as a compliment.
You're really starting to fit in with the rest of us, you know? We might just make a midnight sun out of you yet.
I want to share something with you. Something I have never shared with another.
Magic,
When I was at Professor Xavier's school, I would listen to this album in my room all the time. Sometimes for many days straight.
Why?
There is not much music in Limbo, Hunter, unless you count the distant screams. But in this world, there is so much music. It is everywhere, which can be just as frightening sometimes. Limbo taught me it was best to be alone. It is how I prefer things.
You are not alone now.
Good, you noticed. The others would not understand. But I know you will, as we both have so much in common.
Limbo may appear to some like a nightmarish place, but it was your home. Do you?
Miss it? Sometimes, yes. I miss the power I had there. The absolute control. It is the only childhood I remember now. This record reminds me of what it was like to be young and invincible.
Then I look forward to hearing it.
Okay, enough talking. Let's listen to the album now. The second hour is when it really gets good.
I've hunted with a lot of different folks in my day. But there's one question I ask the special cases.
And I suppose I am one of those special cases.
Indeed you are. But a little more what that means later.
By all means, ask your question.
What do you do after we beat Lilith and stop the prophecy of the Midnight Sun?
My quarry is eternal. I hunt darkness wherever it lurks.
Caretaker did her job way too effectively.
I'm not seeing a problem. I enjoy ridding the world of my mother's blight.
There's got to be more, Hunter. Special cases are when I get the impression there's nothing beyond the immediate goal.
The immediate goal matters most. Slay evil, enjoy life.
Right on. It's living that makes the fight worth fighting. Reflect on that, Hunter.
Yet another victory for the hunter.
Damn it. You totally ambushed me with that pair of queens. I have to admit, I didn't think you'd be such a formidable poker player. Yet another reason to respect you.
Did you say you respect me?
Those are the words that came out of my mouth. You're a hard demon to dislike, Hunter. Even if you are beating my butt at Hold'em.
You do not dislike me, Captain?
Don't get too excited. I didn't say I liked you either, but you've got potential.
Deal another hand, then?
I'm all in. There it is again. That strange gamma energy signature. The green numbers, as Bruce says. The Hydra tech we found is saturated with the same fluorescence.
And what does Dr. Banner have to say about that?
Can't get an answer from him. He's gone off the grid. AWOL. Happens sometimes when he's working something out.
What kind of something?
The really big kind.
Then what now?
We find ourselves another doctor who specializes in creepy gamma science. Just so happens I know of one who recently opened up shop in the area. Of course, he's barking mad.
Faustus.
One and the same.
Well, I suppose you two do have some catching up to do.
Oh, you know. Hydra secrets, dastardly plans, the odd bomb launched in my face.
How soon before we begin the hunt?
Based on the intel we've recovered? Now.
Careful. She will no doubt be very temperamental after such a long journey. There. My beautiful, terrible girl. You'll be free of confinement soon enough. Pray to unleash Mother's righteous fury upon her enemies. The weak, the ignorant, the unworthy.
I point exactly.
Well, that certainly looks familiar.
Dark magic. I can feel it, just like before.
Plus, he's boosted the gamma signature. Must be the new and improved extra evil model.
Ah, yes. Coming soon to a deserted dock near you.
So glad you discovered television.
Whatever this thing is, it's clearly important to Faustus.
And Lilith.
Which means it's worth a closer look.
Way ahead of you there.
No mercy for the servants of blood.
Willing to accept defeat. Are we?
Even you must have detected the latest modifications to my device, Captain Marvel. I'm afraid you'll find her energy is not so easily absorbed this time. No! Please! You cannot fail me!
Obi-Wan.
One.
Others will be done.
Typical.
For Hydra.
Your fate is sealed. Truly not your day, is it?
You think you scare me? I, who serves at the right hand of the Demon Mother, who hears the whispers of the Dark God Chthon, who was chosen to learn his secrets in the one true tome of creation. Do you really think I could be afraid of you?
Yeah.
What? What? I want to know.
Everything. Crossbones. Hydra's Black Ops Division. You should see the files Steve's got on the guy.
Faustus must have outlived his usefulness to Hydra. And sadly, us.
Perhaps not. If decades of fighting the undead have taught me one thing, there's always an answer. Provided you dig deep enough.
Nice. Let's get that back to the Abbey. Only maybe wipe it down with a napkin first.
Emo kids are meeting tonight. You in? Feels like we're getting closer to figuring out how you died. It's not too much, is it?
The Midnight Suns need to know how it happened. Even if it kills me in the process.
I disagree. Let's keep you shuffling on this mortal coil, okay? Ileana wants to lead the ritual this time. That surprised me.
Why?
Magic taking the lead and Caretaker staying out of her way? The world must be ending. Oh, right. It is.
The ritual today will be unlike before.
How so?
We shall make real progress. I refuse to coddle you as the others did. I will push you beyond your limits. For this to work, I must break you.
Do what you need to do.
Do not be complacent. Without preparation, there is a possibility of damage. This is why you collected the ingredients I asked you to bring. Are you ready to begin?
You may proceed.
Limbo never forgets. It holds the echo of your death. What is your last memory?
Lilith. A muddy circle in a clearing.
Then I shall bring that echo to you. Now, you become its vessel.
I am ready.
What do you see?
My head. It is her. It is Lilith in the circle.
Do not fight the echo. Allow it to wash through you.
No, she sees me. I advance, prepared to strike. She just watches me.
Whoa! Is that...
It is.
My child. Look what they've done to you.
You have no right to call me child, monster.
So misguided. I have never sought to harm you.
Your army says otherwise.
A distraction to allow for this moment. Ileana, stop this! Right now!
Enough deceit. Speak plainly or suffer the consequences.
Ileana!
No, we must proceed.
How plain can I make this, my child? If I am to remake this world, I need you at my side.
No! You had no right to do that.
Stopping your recklessness is my obligation.
Pah! Stopping the ritual early could have destroyed the Hunter's mind.
The only threat to Hunter was your sloppy technique.
You are impossible!
You will never attempt this again.
Do not constrain me.
Just gonna stand here and hope they don't involve me.
Yup.
How you doing, Hunter?
We would have had the answer if Caretaker had not stopped us.
I'm not taking sides, but it looked like you were in actual pain. I get why she wanted Ileana to stop. As long as you're okay, I'm okay. The good news? We are definitely closing in. That's more than enough for today.
That is it for me.
Sounds good. See you next meeting.
Let me guess. Could not sleep. Starting to become a common theme here.
It was not always the case. The Abbey was once a different place. I was happy here once.
Now that is something I would like to see.
I suppose I have earned that. I have been extra me lately, as Nico says. It is just that for so many nights now, every time I close my eyes, all I see is Wanda, drowning within darkness, calling to me. I do not think I will ever sleep again. Not until we find her.
Lately I have come to believe there are no such things as mere dreams.
I knew you would understand.
What do you think Wanda is trying to say to you?
That she's still alive, waiting for us to pull her from your mother's arms, bring her back into the light. Like me, you also have a connection to the darkness, Hunter. Don't you also hear it calling out to you in your dreams sometimes? Whispering secret things, dark things.
Yes. My mother, she visits me in my dreams.
I know. I have heard you call to her in your sleep. I simply did not expect you to be so honest.
I know she is trying to manipulate me, but there are times when I feel a longing within her emptiness that is difficult to ignore.
The others would not understand. Do not worry. Your secret is safe with me. Well, I guess I should get back to not sleeping and let you get some rest. Sweet dreams, Hunter.
This new world suits you well. You look strong.
What is it you want?
To love you. To be there for you as a mother should.
If you love me so much, end this infernal war, before we are all destroyed.
What do you think I am trying to do? Everything I have done,
Everything I do, everything I will do is for you, child. Always for you. Can you honestly say the same about Sarah? Surrounding you with heroes who will gladly return you to your grave after you've exceeded your use.
Wait! So we are going to fight again?
Not exactly. You've proven you can handle yourself with a sword, Hunter. But a warrior's greatest weapon is their mind. Yoga requires discipline, balance, and control. 3 things I'm hoping you've got in spades. How about we grab a couple of mats and find out?
Agatha instructed me in multiple postures from the original sutras themselves. I would be happy to show you a few techniques.
Well, I didn't exactly learn my asanas from the mall, Hunter.
Okay, Blade. Let us do this.
Was hoping you'd say that. Now sit down, relax, empty your mind. Or as Magic likes to say, pretend you're Robbie.
I trust your analysis of that gamma bullet is going smoothly.
It's going, but I'm not.
Oh?
I was this close to getting Faustus to spill his guts. This close. Then friggin' poof! Crossbones turns his ass to ash with his magic bullet. Our forces are strained enough trying to keep up with Hydra. We could have used his intel.
Faustus was lucky that Crossbones was able to gift him such a gentle death. I have seen many people spill their guts in battle, but not in the way you mean.
Whoa there, that's, pretty brutal.
I come from a more brutal time. It is all that I know.
I'll try to keep that in mind. I'm pretty sure Caretaker is waiting for you at the table with another mission. Let me know if you want me to join on whatever errand she sends you on. I could use some demon pounding time. Release some of the pent-up aggression I was saving for Faustus.
I will let you know, Captain.
Carol. Call me Carol.
I appreciate this time away from the forge. Despite Tony's complaints, a bit of soldering is far less effort than wrestling a demon into daily submission.
Keeping that demon in check is tougher than the others can imagine.
Mr. Reyes can imagine. He's the only one with an inkling of the malignant power within. If we cannot contain it, we must destroy it. Should I ever fall, Mr. Reyes in his spirit of vengeance will know what to do. Which is the lengthy way to say I should relax now and again to maintain vigilance.
You often say it the lengthy way.
I refuse to dignify that with a response. To do so would prove me incapable of brevity, which is quite simply untrue.
You are doing it on purpose, are you not?
Allow me to rebuke your slander with a dozen refutations. Point the first.
Stop.
As you wish.
Blade, what is it?
Caught a scent around the Abbey that doesn't belong. It's faint, not enough for anyone else to notice, but it hit me again tonight. How's that dog of yours when it comes to tracking? You two up for a little hunt?
That looked like...
some kind of jacked up shadow hound. If I didn't know any better, I'd say we just found the bar guest. But it can't be.
The what?
The bar guest. Legendary demon dog of the old country. Kind of thing you'd hear stories about around the campfire.
A shadow hound could easily be mistaken for a spirit, but how would it have gotten here?
Good question, but we're not gonna find the answer tonight. Let's head back before Caretaker locks the doors on us.
Good instincts, but you want to tighten up the array.
Like this?
What's all the, new equipment?
Ah, the supplies? No need to thank me. Donated to the cause, courtesy of 5 Stark subsidiaries.
Wow, it's really something.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, but just take what you need. I'll clear out the rest. I promise.
Awesome. That's great.
How's it going, boss? Ready to get your hands greasy?
Tony, why did you bring all this equipment?
Really? The old stuff has a junkyard horked up in an 80s machine shop vibe. Why, were we supposed to vote on it?
Do not worry about me.
Robbie, huh? He's usually so laid back. I didn't think he'd have a problem.
I cannot speak for him. The two of you should work it out.
All right, I'll fix it. So, about this situation, I get it. We're bumping elbows. But you kids are doing good work here. Whatever you want to do, I'll support it.
I spoke with Tony about the equipment. He says he wanted to support shop class.
That's all?
He believes he is helping. That is good enough for me.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Look, you came here to make something. Don't keep Parker waiting. I guess I'll keep an eye on Tony. Make sure he doesn't do any crazy rich people stuff.
Like what?
We don't want to find a champagne waterfall in the break room, you know? Actually, that would be tight.
Why is it that for every one of these sites we take out, it seems like two more appear in their place?
Patience. Hydra certainly lives up to their name.
I've hunted an actual Hydra. That was easier.
Easier than this. I live up to my name, too. Too bad he never said it had to stay attached to your body. Well, too bad for you. Big words for a dead man. Oh, look, another mangy stray. You smell wrong.
Compared to him?
Good point. Now I get to kill two runts with one claw. Maybe I should be paying Hydra. Looks like you got me, runt. Go ahead. Make it quick. What the hell are you doing? Not much of a hunter, are you? You'd fit right in with Logan and the rest of Xavier's housebroken little pets. Now hold still, pup. This is gonna hurt.
Nifty trick. Don't think he was expecting that thing around your neck to bite back.
Can he heal from that too?
Don't know. But I'm gonna make sure he doesn't.
Yeah. Nice to meet you too.
Can't heal. Have to keep going.
some unexpected visitors out there.
Those two beasts came out of nowhere. Who were they?
Victor Creed and James Logan Howlett. But I'm sure they'd prefer to go by their current aliases.
Sabretooth and Wolverine. Those two have been at each other's throats for decades.
Wolverine? Then he is a werewolf? I did not sense that from either of them.
Because they are mutants. Like me.
You are like them?
I will not be howling at the moon anytime soon, Hunter. It affects us all in different ways.
There are some things you'll need to become familiar with in our post-atomic world, Hunter. Mutants being a big part of that.
A blessing or a curse in the blood, depending on who you ask. I can explain further if you must know.
In the meantime, I need to look into what's happening in New York. Wolverine is an honorable man, if a bit rough around the edges. Sabretooth, on the other hand, is a homicidal maniac. The fact that he's got his sights set on you is definitely not good news.
Wait, you know Logan?
Who do you think first told me about you? You'd be surprised how many people have found their way into these woods over the years. And once they do, they tend to find a way back. I doubt this is the last we have seen of either of them.
Logan and I are not exactly best friends or anything. He's more my brother Piotr's friend. Like I said earlier, we're all mutants. Not to freak you out or anything.
Rest easy. I will not freak out because you do not seem like a threat.
That's because you haven't seen me on a bad day.
So you and these other mutants, you all know each other from Russia?
Hardly. We're all part of the X-Men. I mean, not currently. But I guess once you're an X-Man, you're always an X-Man.
Just like a midnight sun.
I guess so.
And this Sabretooth, he is a mutant. Does that make him an X-Man as well?
Definitely not an X-Man. He and Wolverine go way back. Who knows what their feud was originally about? I doubt they can remember either.
He has been tracking us for a bit. He was the presence I sensed at the docks.
Are you sure it was him and not something else?
Mark my words. The next time we meet, I will finish him.
Normally, I'd tell you no way, but I've seen your moves. If anyone can handle Sabretooth, it's you.
Thank you for explaining this to me. It seems I have a lot to learn.
Of course, mutant society is small, but super complicated. But all you need to know is that Sabretooth sucks.
Hunter, if you're receiving this message, please come to the central console as soon as possible.
That's odd. Dr. Banner, you've re-emerged.
I'm sorry, Hunter. Probably not the best impression of me. But now I'm back.
You are of no help to us if you cannot be reached. We need to be able to rely on you.
That's understandable, and I apologize for the inconvenience. I was knocked offline by a spike in gamma radiation that tore through the electromagnetic spectrum. Bad day to be a Manhattan cell phone tower. But don't worry, I've isolated the problem here. No more blackouts, I promise. But I am concerned about the other ripple effects this gamma radiation could have caused. That's why I would like to scan you and see if the shifts in energy have affected.
How does gazing upon me help detect this radiation of yours?
Unfortunately, it doesn't. I need to push this button first. Hopefully, this will shed some light on the gamma shifts we've been seeing, reveal a pattern, or maybe even clue us in on how to reverse it. Just stand very still. You shouldn't feel a thing. And we're done. Once I analyze this scan, we'll all be much wiser.
Apocalypse, or does he belong to some other doomsday event? Either way, it's nice to know.